Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, something you guys have been asking me for a while now, hold on, let's get some light, there's some light, is what happened to the patrol vlogs. I have been putting this off for several reasons actually. One, first and foremost, is I wanted to make sure I had accurate information and I didn't want to basically give you guys bad news and there really didn't need to be bad news type of thing. So I was waiting on some stuff like that. There's also a period of time where I basically was kind of waiting on, we'll call it my own temper, maybe. I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with the rant video I did that day I was boating, so I didn't want to make another one of those videos and shoot myself in the foot or burn any bridges or anything like that because I was pissed off about something. So I wanted to be able to talk to you guys about it and do it very professionally, explain some of the politics behind it and basically everything. So I'm going to start actually from the very beginning because there's a lot of people that don't even know how I got into that, how I was allowed to do it in the beginning, and then obviously what's changed in the meantime. And most importantly though, guys, hang out to the end of this because there is light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to share as much with you as I can, but I hate to say it, part of it is I actually don't want to talk about it and undo things by basically, I don't even know how to explain it, but we'll get into it in a little bit. So right now, actually, what I'm getting ready to do is drive over to Orlando, meet up with Officer D and Vinny Montez for his comedy show. So I got to get the Jeep ready. It's got no doors on it. It's a little cool out. I don't feel like driving 2 hours with no doors and no roof. So let's get at it. So I originally had this wonderful idea of vlogging in the car and it's nighttime and I didn't really plan this very well. So, all right, let's go. I got my road fuel, my Rain here, which I know probably at least 100 of you are gonna say Bang is better. I actually used to drink Bang. I personally like these quite a bit. This is not sponsored, but you know, like Rain, if you want to hit me up. But then more recently I watched a video on YouTube, this guy named Ryan Trahan. If you guys aren't familiar with him, I'll actually link the video down below because he's really funny. My wife and I enjoy watching him, but he did a video recently on Bang energy drinks and basically how they completely just use and screw over creators for like their ambassadors and everything. So if you want, watch the video. It's actually really interesting. It's kind of disgusting in a way, but yeah, I'm not drinking Bang anymore. All right, let's get on the road. So, as per usual with my life, that did not go according to plan at all. I went to Orlando, I hung out with Officer Daniels and Vinny, and we did the comedy show, and we did everything, and you know how much filming I did for this video? Zero. Zero, zip, zilch, nada. It was so busy, we were moving the whole time. I just didn't get to it. We filmed some other stuff. We filmed the food challenge, which probably a lot of you guys have seen. And we filmed another video, a thrift store challenge, which they still haven't gotten me all the video footage for yet. So I haven't even been able to edit that and put that up. So now we're back to this. So I'm going to try and just keep it simple, sit here in front of the camera while I can and explain it to you. Hopefully it's enough to keep your interest. All right, so let's start off with the real quick background. When I first started doing these, the way it worked out was I'd always wanted to make YouTube videos. I wanted to learn how to edit videos and do everything like that. And I just didn't really know what I would make videos about. And then it kind of dawned on me, like, I like training, I like education. It's obviously one of the reasons I'm a field training officer. So I thought, how cool would it be to do something like the patrol vlogs? So what I did was I read our department's policy and procedures to see if there was anything that would basically say, you can't do this, you can't film, you can't post stuff, you can't whatever. And at that time, there was nothing that said I couldn't do it. We didn't even have a social media policy at the time. That came later, and it actually didn't have anything to do with me or my videos. So this is one of those situations where, you know, I'm not saying it's the best way to go, but it's kind of my personality, and I figured it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. So I just know how people are nowadays. You come up with an idea, if it's not part of the mainstream, it's just a lot easier for people to say no than to hear you out. So what I did was I set up some fairly strict guidelines or rules that I was going to go by, which, you know, was like the blurring the faces, which I didn't even have to do legally, various other things anyway. So I set up those guidelines, and that's how I started making the videos. Long story short, fast forward, they started getting attention. Somebody in the department saw them. I actually don't even know how they came up initially, but they did. They actually really liked them, pitched it to the chief loved it, and we moved forward. And so everything was like totally cool. Basically, I would do the videos, I would edit them, I would send them directly to the chief of police. He would review them. If there was any revisions he wanted, I would make those, and then I could make it live after that. All right, so let's fast forward almost a year and a half later. There started to be a slowdown in the chief reviewing the videos and getting back to me to say, hey, it's okay to make it live. So along the way, he had me come into his office and had a meeting. He said that the city, the actual city side now had, I guess, become aware of the videos, had addressed some concerns, and so we went over the first round of those, so to speak. It was all things I was able to get squared away, make a couple changes, and we thought we were back on track and there was going to be no issues. Went a couple more videos and we started to get more pushback again from the actual city. This is the area where, like I said, there's this part of me, and I think, you know, probably at some point I will explain everything, like in detail, every detail type of thing. But right now I'm hesitant because no matter how I spin this, no matter what version, even if I just simply explain what happened, it's guaranteed to piss somebody off. And right now, the patrol vlogs are not 100% done, canceled, or anything like that. They are on hold. There basically were some, I'm trying to think of the easiest way I can explain it for right now, was basically some terms that we couldn't come together on between my end, or our end as the department, and what the city wanted. And I tried really hard for you guys. Like I said, there's gonna come a time I'm gonna be able to tell the story in detail, and you're gonna see. What my hope is that we get these worked out. And that's one of the reasons why I've prolonged this video, because there's been a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on. And for those of you who are interested in law enforcement or know anything about law enforcement, this is something you have to understand. Like, regardless of whether you like it or don't, it's a business. It's a business at the end of the day. Every city, municipality is, every division, every department, and things like that. So they have various things, liability, all this different stuff that they have to worry about. And in this particular case, there are just some things that we haven't been able to work out. And it's not on our side, it's not on the department side. So with that being said, one of the reasons why I've prolonged this is, since it is political in nature and these things change, they can change with the wind, they can change with the tide. Can't think of any other analogies, but let's just say right now, at the time I'm filming this, we are due to have our city elections, okay? And with that being said, there's the potential, we already know for sure there's going to be some turnover, but there's the potential for a lot of turnover with city council members, with the mayor, with people who are behind some of the larger decisions that would, let's say, affect the patrol vlogs. There again, that's why I'm trying not to get too much into detail for right now, because with the change of these tides, we might be back in business here without too much issue. It's something we're gonna have to tread lightly on, and it's something that I've discussed with the chief, so that's kind of our first step. And so again, why I've put this off, because I knew there was no change right now. The way things stand right now, they were on hold. That was it. They weren't going to be allowed to happen because of basically not being able to find a happy medium. Some of the players involved in this are going to be changing, and with that, I hope good positive change comes and we are able to get back to where we are. And actually some of the ideas I had were going to make it even more. I was going to be able to do more, both for this YouTube channel and for the city's social media and the city's YouTube channel and things like that. So that's like one of the ultimate goals. Now, one of the things I had also said at the beginning of this video is to stick till the end, because there is, and this is the part, I know you guys are going to hate me for it, and you probably think it's a game, but it's not. It really isn't. This is not a ruse. It's not me trying to keep you guys here. In fact, you know what? If you're here just for patrol vlogs and that's your deal, then, you know, I no ill will. You want to unsubscribe, be about your business. If they come back, you can come back. Great. Anybody who wants to stay, I love you guys. I want to keep making content. I'm going to have to do just more educational based stuff for the time being. I've got some stuff set up. I've got some stuff set up with the doctors who do the psych exams and everything. So I know a lot of you guys have asked about that. So I've got a lot of stuff planned. And also I want to try and branch out and do some more of the fun stuff, like the meme review that we did. I kind of was thinking about a new series where I know you guys on Instagram love it when I clap back at these people in the comments. So I was thinking about a series where I do that. So anyway, back to the main point. What I'm getting at is, even if things don't work out right now with the change in leadership at the city, there is one other fallback thing, and that is just going to be a time thing. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen soon, but it's going to happen, and that's where I'm going to leave it at that. But that's going to affect the situation greatly, right? And that's, I'll leave it at that, because I don't want to give too much detail on that, because I guess there is a slight possibility with too much information on the front end, things could be altered specifically for that to circumvent it, if that makes sense. I know that's very cryptic, but again, you have to understand, my goal at the end of the day is to bring you these videos. People love them. They're educational. We've literally had people interview as a result of watching the patrol vlogs that didn't know our agency even existed, that have come here from other states and sat on an oral board because of these videos. So there's so much good, and I want to keep them going, and that is my goal. So I don't want you guys to think that, like, oh, I'm just being lazy, oh, I don't want to do it. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. That is 100% my goal, is to bring these back and get them in full force and keep going, keep the education, and you know, go from there. So I appreciate everybody who has bared with me through this process. I know it's what you guys want, and trust me, it's what I want to give you. It really, really is. So I hope you guys hang out. I hope you bear with me and just kind of enjoy the ride. In the meantime, let's try and have some fun, put out some other content, and I'm going to do everything in my power to bring these videos back to you guys. All right? So until we get a little bit more information, I'm going to leave it at that for right now. Obviously, I get a lot of comments, a lot of people. I'm not going to be able to respond to you guys anymore. This is going to cover it. So I hope it clears at least a few things up as best I can for this time. And like I said, just please know the reason I'm doing it this way is for the greater good. I don't want to burn bridges. I don't want to piss anybody off. And that could easily happen depending on how this was explained. All right, so I hope everybody is doing really good. I hope you guys are having just an awesome time. I miss making videos, I really do. I got a lot of things going on. We're buying a rental house right now. We're gonna start doing some investment property. Got the projects around the house. I'm building the new YouTube studio out here at the house, so I have a nice, quiet, designated space to film without screaming babies and screaming birds and all that sort of stuff. So there are changes going on. I'm definitely keeping busy, and I want to get back on track with this. So until the next time, you guys take really good care of yourself and stay safe out there.